On the news tonight, Nigerians await INEC's official announcement of general election results. All Progressives Congress in Ondo State expresses delight over candidates' successes in National Assembly polls. Residents of Akure bemoan continued scarcity of new Naira notes. And from the foreign scene, thousands protest electoral law changes in Mexico. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news tonight. I am Jane Aino. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, today resumed the collation of results for the 2023 presidential election at the International Conference Center in Abuja. The INEC National Chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, opened the floor for day 2 of the national collation around 12 noon. The electoral body has gone on a recess to resume again by 8 p.m. The All Progressives Congress APC in Ondo State has expressed delight by the victory of its candidate at the presidential and National Assembly polls. The state chapter, through its publicity secretary, Alex Kalejayi, appreciated residents for the display of love and solidarity despite challenges, as well as lauded the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for being prompt in the distribution of voting materials. The party interprets the people's resolve as a loud statement that it is impossible to frustrate a system once there is conviction and determination. Ondo APC congratulates its three senatorial and House of Representatives candidates on their victories at the polls, noting that the votes reflect the candidates' competence, popularity, and acceptability. It assures party members and the electorate that the elected officers will justify the confidence reposed in them. The Independent National Electoral Commission Chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, has called for calm after People's Democratic Parties, Labour Party, and other party agents walked out of INEC Collation Center in Abuja. The agents had expressed dissatisfaction with the process of the collation of results from state collation officers.
I like the suggestion made that the Commission has power under the Electoral Act to review results, but that power is contingent upon one procedure. The process has to be concluded first before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties that any evidence that you have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we will then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process. Thank you very much.
Director General, PDP Presidential Campaign Organization, Dino Malaye, had insisted that INEC must show the uploaded results from beavers to validate the results seen at the collation centers. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress APC flag bearer, Bola Tinubu, in the February 25, 2023 poll, says he is bound to accept the outcome of the just concluded election as a Democrat. The former Lagos State Governor also said the victory of his counterpart in the Labour Party, LP, Peter Obi, in the state shows the beauty of democracy. Tinubu also warned his followers to be calm and maintain peace, saying Obi's victory in Lagos should not be a source of provocation. Tinubu also expressed serious concern over reports of violence in parts of the state, especially reported attacks on some traders of Igbo origin. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has cancelled the result of 63 polling units in 4 local government areas of Kogi over Fagri and Field Beavers that characterized Saturday's polls. The LGAS involved include Okehi, Umala, Ulama, Boro, and Ibaji, out of several others that suffered a similar fate. The most affected was Okehi local government area, which the state government had dug some of its roads a few days before the election to ward off criminal elements from gaining access to the area. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has suspended the rescheduled presidential and NAS elections in 7 local government areas in Abia. The head voter education and publicity (INEC) in Abia, Mrs. Rebecca Jim, who disclosed this in a statement, said that a new date would be communicated in due time. INEC had said the rescheduled election will be held at various polling units in Aba North, Aba South, Arochukwu, Obingwa, Osisioma, Ohafia, and Umahia North local government areas. The electoral empire said the fresh poll was due to result of various degrees of discrepancies in the procedures that were violent to some extent. Mixed reactions have continued to trail last Saturday's presidential and National Assembly elections across the country. A cross-section of Akure residents commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for the adoption of bimodal verification system machines. Others faulted INEC's inability to announce the election results 48 hours after the exercise has promised.
Assembly elections were held last weekend as Nigerians in their numbers stormed various polling units across the country to vote new leaders to steer the affairs of the country in the next 4 years. The just concluded elections made it the 7th since the advent of democracy in 1999. Our visit to Akure, the state capital, shows that business activities have fully resumed while residents are going about their normal duties. The exercise, according to residents, was described as free and fair, with a high level of maturity displayed by the electorate all through.
As far as my area is concerned, it was conducted very perfectly, and we have the security agents and personnel, everybody were standby. So, and we see movement of security patrol to and fro.
The election is free and fair, no problem. The security, in the aspect of security, the area is, let me say, it is cool under a conducive atmosphere.
Reverend Emmanuel Ali expressed optimism that vote buying is gradually fading away as the electorate stay turned up amid scarcity of cash to exercise their civic responsibility.
With time, having maybe another 2 elections, it will become history. Whoever that wants to win the election now in Nigeria should go and work hard, register yourself in the heart of the people, let them know not only your precedents, because not all precedents are really good. So because some will tell you that he has done this and that, but you must be able to tell the people, do you really understand the problem on ground now? Because what he actually achieved then is different from the problem on ground at the moment. So it takes someone who really have the understanding of what is happening at the moment to be able to provide a solution to it. So it was very calm and peaceful. And I saw people around me happy too, who are saying that we have come to vote without collecting a dime. So if he fails to do the right thing, if we place a curse on him, God will answer us.
Dr. Pius Adeniyi, who witnessed a violence-free election in his polling unit, however, expressed bewilderment on why the announcement of the election results was being delayed.
People are asking, are we there? If we are not yet there, when and how shall we get there?
The voters tasked the electoral umpire to use the just concluded exercise to improve on its operations as they proceed to cast their votes on March 11 in the governorship and state houses of assembly polls.
In the area of security, they really tried. But the other aspect of it, as regard to their manpower, they need to, they put more. They should put more efforts in carrying out in performing their responsibility.
INEC had assured Nigerians that the results of the election would be released 48 hours after the polls. The question they are now asking is, when exactly will the official announcement come? Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
Still on election matter, the Nigerian police force has called on the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party, Labour Party, All Progressives Congress and the New Nigeria People's Party to caution their supporters against inciting actions. The MPF also called for calm as the Independent National Electoral Commission speeds up their efforts in collating the result. The force public relations officer, Olumiwa Adejobi, in a press statement said having assessed the trend of scaled-up expectations and psychological projections on the ongoing electoral process vis-a-vis collation of results, charges all presidential candidates as leading and respected figures in their respective political parties to seize the opportunity of this waiting period to emphasize the rule of law, respect for the Constitution, and constituted authority among their supporters. While commending the general populace and electorate for their patience thus far and largely lawful conduct around the country, the police encouraged presidential candidates to admonish their supporters to uphold the tenets of the peace accord recently signed for the smooth conduct of the 2023 general elections. Meanwhile, election observers from the International Republican Institute and the National Democratic Institute have expressed concerns over the violence that erupted in some parts of the country during the just concluded elections. Leader of the NDI-IRE Election Observer Group, Dr. Joyce Banda, who was speaking at a news conference in Abuja, notes that while the signing of the peace accord offered the presidential aspirants the opportunity to caution their supporters, it failed to achieve the aim. The group stated that the election fell short of its expectations owing to lack of adequate logistics and political violence, among others. The European Union Observer Mission on their part noted concerns of vote buying, violence and delay in the deployment and commencement of the election. The EU Chief Election Observer, Barry Andrews, also shared concerns of lack of transparency by the Independent National Electoral Commission over its delay to upload results on its portal promptly. You're watching the news at 7. Take a quick break. When we return, we'll serve you more stories. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that break. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV Ondo. You can equally subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. And now to the rest of the bulletin. Residents of Akure, the Ondo State capital, have expressed dissatisfaction over the continued scarcity of the new Naira notes. Customers took to various banks in Akure with the hope of a successful transaction, but were disappointed with the situation at the banks. Joy Pius, who monitored the situation, now reports.
Despite assurances by respective banks that measures are being put in place to ensure depositors access money in their accounts during the period of election and after, residents of Akure say nothing has changed. In Akure, Ondo State capital, customers who also wish to carry out transfers or use electronic banking services were stuck at many automated teller machine points.
I'm just coming out from the banking hall now. The maximum we can collect here is just 5,000 according to what they told us per day. So, and there is no money in their ATM machine.
They are paying 5,000 naira on the counter and 5,000 naira ATM. Those who are doing transfer, they have never called anybody since morning.
Long queues at ATMs have now become a new normal within the metropole. with some customers choosing to hang around banks even overnight. They say the challenges encountered on a daily basis is unbearable. The situation is believed to be worse in remote villages where few people operate bank accounts, coupled with poor mobile phone network coverage.
They say after the election, money will be flowing everywhere. But now there is nothing like such. In the bank, we have been waiting since. There is no money in the bank.
The current situation is that they don't have money themselves. If you enter the banking now, you discover that the only thing they have is 200 naira notes. Of course, that was what they loaded on the ATM machine in the morning. If you look across you now, you still discover that Wema Bank too is not dispensing. Of course, they even told us that they don't have cash at all. So it means that money has not been given to them.
After the election, they said there will be money. Till now, there's no money. Even though this morning we have been here, we have been on queue to collect money from back. They don't allow us to go in.
They have called for a quick intervention to ease the hardship being encountered.
We are even employing the government, even for the federal and the state government, to please come to our aid. The election has gone, especially the presidential election. But what is going on now, we are not happy. We even see people that have been here since 5 a.m. in the morning. And as at now, they have not even been able to collect any money.
The Central Bank of Nigeria had called for calm, assuring Nigerians of a positive outcome soon. But patience amid a tough situation, according to Nigerians, is wearing thin. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
Anyway, from that, in today's globally interconnected economy, efficient transportation systems are highways to economic prosperity. This is perhaps the driving force behind the Ondo State government's resolve to ensure that roads in the state are motorable. As the state still basks the euphoria of 6th anniversary of the present administration, we look at the commissioning of Okitipupa Bypass Road. Our correspondent, Wahab Bankole, reports.
The 10-kilometer Okitipupa-Igbokoda Bypass Road is one of the numerous road projects executed by the Akeredolu administration in a strong bid to promote the infrastructural development of Ondo State. For the people of Ondo South Senatorial District, the dividends of good governance being enjoyed under the leadership of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu are evident with the completion of the 10-kilometer Okitipupa-Igbokoda Bypass Virgin Road. The project is aimed at promoting the economic prosperity of the area while making life more worth living for the people. In his address of welcome, the Ondo State Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Mr. Raimi Aminu, who commended Governor Akeredolu for his passion for infrastructural development across the state, despite current financial challenges, said the benefits of the road project are numerous.
People used to rush to Ministry of Infrastructure, clamoring and agitating for roads. But during this administration, you just wake up and you see a new construction picking up in your neighborhoods. Now we are here today commissioning another 10-kilometer length of road. I can tell you by the next quarter, by the next quarter of next year, we'll be in the south again to commission 32-kilometer Alakia road project.
In their messages of goodwill, the immediate past chairman of the Council of Obas in the state and Olugbo of Ugbo Kingdom, Oba Frederick Obateru Akerutan, as well as the Jegun of Idekwe Okitipupa, Oba Michael Obatuga, applauded Governor Akeredolu for redefining governance in the state. The National Vice Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in the Southwest, Mr. Isaac Kekemeki, said people of the South Senatorial District of the state will remain grateful to Governor Akeredolu for efforts to make life better for them. Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, while appreciating the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for supporting his administration, promised to sustain all developmental strides across the state.
It is an incontrovertible fact that infrastructural development and good governance is so important, whether we like it or not. And I can assure you, we are doing so many work, as you have noticed. And we have to We are committed to it. And today, we are proud to be part of history as government that benchmarked good road infrastructure while incorporating modern state-of-the-art street lights, giving consistent illumination every night.
Akeredolu charged residents of the area to adequately maintain the road. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who applauded numerous interventions of Governor Akeredolu to make life better for residents of Ondo State, urged more support for the APC administration at all levels.
With Akeredolu, purposeful and meaningful development is coming. It's just going to be a case of let us finish one before we go to another one. And I think I can reflect what he's doing by congratulating his commissioner for infrastructure. He had said to us what this road has entailed. You can see that the quality of the road is next to none.
High point of the event was the inauguration of the 10-kilometer Virgin Road by the Lagos State Governor.
This will be a road that will change life, that will bring about meaningful development, and will improve the economic and the commercial activities of our citizens in this community. This road is handed over to you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you very much.
Keen followers of the polity believe that the project will in no small measure add value to the living conditions of people of the area. From Erije in Okitipupa government area of Ondo State, Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
As part of his commitment to ensuring security of lives and property, the Ondo State Security Network Agency, Amotekun, launched a joint highway and inter-border patrol with Osrc State Amotekun Command to tackle insecurity. The operation, which is tagged Wale Bako, according to the chairman of Amotekun Commanders in Southwest, Adetunji Adeleye, is a synergy to strengthen security of lives and property residents. Osrc's Aida Ripsa reports that a 24-hour daily operation was part of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu's efforts at making the state safe in the last 6 years.
Amotekun officers from Ondo and Osrc State Command converged on Owena, a border town connecting the two states, for the launch of an exercise. Leading the officers as they interfaced with members of the community were Ondo State Amotekun Commander Adetunji Adeleye and his Osrc State counterpart, retired Brigadier General Bashir Aderombi. Adeleye, who doubles as the chairman of Amotekun Commanders in the Southwest, said Operation Baligbako is a 24/7 exercise to rid the highways and communities of criminals.
In preparation for the holidays for this year, we had redoubled our efforts at ensuring that commuters, residents, and visitors throughout this period can enjoy their holidays and they can sleep with their two eyes. That is why we are commencing today both the Ember Patrol and the Inter-Border Patrol activity of the Western Nigeria Security Network Agency.
Adeleye said similar operation held last year yielded success as kidnappers were arrested and their cells destroyed while illegal weapons were recovered.
Last year, when we started when the Ondo State and Osrc State Inter-Border Patrol commenced, we recorded very huge success to ensure that all major roads, all villages, all forests in the southwest part of the country are properly protected.
Osrc Amotekun Commander, retired Brigadier General Aderombi, urged cooperation of the community for another success this time.
Just want to advise the community to cooperate with us and make sure this time around we achieve another huge success to bring improved security to lives and properties of the people in the southwest.
Some members of the community commended the initiative and the resolve to ensure protection of lives and property.
Presence of Amotekun, everybody can be able to sleep well now and can be able to do our business as well. Because before the intervention of Amotekun, if we are not up to 10, you can't move to the farm to work. because of we entertain fear.
Operation Baligbako, which is also in collaboration with all the sister security agencies like the police, the army, the DSS, and the civil defense, is expected to take off among other southwest states like Ekiti, Oyo, and Ogun. Sahid Aribisala, OSRC News.
And on the foreign scene, thousands have gathered in cities across Mexico to protest against the government's plan to cut the budget of the country's elections watchdog. Opponents say the changes threaten democracy, an accusation the president vigorously denies. And now to end the news at 7, let's take a quick look at the top stories. Nigerians wait on the Independent National Electoral Commission for the official announcement of results of the general elections. The All Progressives Congress in Ondo State has expressed satisfaction and delight by the victory of the party's candidates at the National Assembly polls. We also told you residents of Akure have expressed dissatisfaction over the continued scarcity of new Naira notes in the state capital. And from the foreign scene, tens of thousands of people have filled Mexico City's vast main plaza to protest President Andres Obrador's electoral law changes they say threaten democracy and could mark a return to the past. And that makes it a wrap on the news at 7. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.